You're welcome to the School Owners Forum, Nigeria's largest training network of school owners, of teachers, of education stakeholders, of everyone generally. And I'm David Adeniji, by the grace of God, convener of this forum. So, we are starting the class right away. I do not want you to be distracted. I have tried as much as possible to, of course, I do not want to be distracted in the class. Tried as much as possible to send a reminder across all our platforms, across Facebook, across WhatsApp, especially where we have thousands of followers on our channel. So this class is rightly titled, just like what we need right now. Everyone needs money. How to get funding for your school. How to get funding for your school. So when we talk about getting funding, we're talking about, of course, there are different kinds of funding. You have grants, you have loans, which are credit, which is credit. You have other forms of funding. You can join cooperative societies. Well, a lot. I'm going to be going through all of the different types of fundings, and then I will zoom in on a few ones which I believe we can quickly, easily access. Now, it doesn't matter where you are following from. I want you to drop a comment right now as you are joining the class. Let me know that I know I'm not alone. I've never been alone in all of this in these streams. You know, this is what we have always done for the past 5 years. We do this every Saturday. We paused when I wanted all of the school growth strategies we have been teaching to sink in. I think now it has sunk in, and we can now go to the next phase of our business. I want you to drop me a comment now. Let me know where you are following from, the name of your school or your organization, and where you are following from. Let me know how many of us got this prompt. So just let me know. Just let me have those comments rolling right now. Just type to me on the comment section where you are following from. Okay. So while you do that, I will just look for my note. You know, I'm not going to be able to project my note on this Facebook live, but from next week, for those who are going to join the closer the closed section, the master classes, where we will expand on some things we will be teaching today. I hope you know that some of things I'm teaching today are already written in some of my books. Some of them are already published, and while most of the things I'll be talking about are totally new. How to get funding for your school. All right. I have not seen any comment. Let me see the comments. Let me know where you are following from, the name of your school or organization. All right. Yeah, the name. Yeah. Let me know where you are following from, the name of your school, the name of your organization. There are 5 types of funding that I will be highlighting. Okay, so there are 5 types of funding I'll be highlighting. We're going to be looking at grants, equity, partnership, credit, which is loan, or which are loans, and then cooperatives. Now, but for the purpose of this class, I will not be teaching all of it. I will be teaching the ones that is surest. You know, when you want to do business, you mean business. Have you seen anyone doing business that doesn't mean business? Me, I mean business. When I need money for my business, I need it now. There are some of these funding types that you cannot just get at the tap of your finger. You need to wait until somebody else is willing. You know, for example, grants. Until another body, maybe another agency, maybe the federal government or the CBN or some NGOs or someone somewhere, until they choose to bless you or pay back to the society. If they do not have that initiative, then you cannot have that funding. For example, if I want to give you a grant, I cannot give grant every day. You cannot come and demand. A grant is given when I decide that, okay, from the proceeds, from the overflow of my own business, I want to help. So because of that, I will not recommend that you wait for grants. I will talk about it. We're going to learn about it, but you cannot wait for grants to grow your school. You know what grants are? Grants are aids. For example, you hear that someone is in distress, you send them aid. You hear that a particular, okay, I as an organization, maybe we as a school owners forum can say, well, we want to raise some funds to help local schools. They didn't demand for it. We just felt they needed help. That is not what a businessman or woman or an entrepreneur will wait on that to grow your business. It's a form of funding, but it is not as sure as other forms of funding that you can. The thing is, those ones do not require much requirement because you are not the one choosing to give it. It is the giver that is choosing to give it. All right, thank you. I'm seeing people already. YMS Montessori School. If you show me your school where you are following, I'll read it out. You know, I just love to know that I am not alone on the stream. How to get funding for your school. I'm still preambling. I'm still welcoming you into the class because I want as many of us to join this stream as possible before I dig deep into the core message of the presentation. I hope you know that this class will not end today. We have started as we always start. It's going to be every weekend, every Saturday like this. Some of them will not be free, but well, I will announce to you which one is free, which one will be paid. Money is not your problem. I know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to business owners. So if you know you're going to get value when if you're asked to pay for it, you pay as you've always done in the past classes. Leyland Foundation Schools, Benin City. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I know you. Yeah, I know most of those who are joining right now. Leyland Foundation Schools, Benin City. Thank you. YMS Montessori School. Thank you. I do not know your state. Let me know. Let me know the city or state. It encourages me. All right. So again, I go over the types of funding once again. Grants, number 1. Equity, number 2. Partnerships, number 3. Credit or loans, number 4. And then cooperatives, number 5. Yes, let me go over again. Do you have your pen? You know, because I can't show my screen. Thank you. You are in Lagos State. Wow. From Abuja, Adepo Julushola. Thank you very much. Grants, equity, partnerships, credits, cooperatives. Cooperative. Let me see if I can also drop a comment. I'm not seeing if I can also drop a comment. Or if anyone is online, if you can type and drop, it will be fine. In this class, let me define what each of those are. Grants, I've been talking about grants. Grants are just sums of monies earmarked, more or less like if it's organizations, private organizations giving grants, they can call it their OCSR or corporate social responsibility. Government also comes up with such funds. They disburse them through relevant agencies. I, as an individual, can decide to give grants because maybe God has blessed me. I want to give back to the society. The school owners forum can set up a fund. The school owners forum as an organization can set up a fund to help certain set of people. So you see, grants are not funds that anyone anywhere can easily have access to. If you are a businessman, you mean business. I mean business. I need money when I can get it, not when somebody else decides to give it. So I will be talking about grants maybe at the later end of our series. So I will not be majoring on grants. The School Owners Forum will begin to conduct certain programs, and I know you're going to be a part of it. We have not the School Owners Forum. You are going to become a member of the School Owners Forum, not on Facebook, but on ground. We only have offices waiting to kick off 2024 by the grace of God in all states. But we're going to set up the home office, which is the Lagos office, and see how we'll flow. Madam Fatusi, thank you very much. You're always here. Anything schools, lucky. All right. So grants, I will be talking about them when we want to take action. So just stay tuned. If you are a member of the School Owners Forum and you join joining an organization, joining an association of schools require you to pay money for registration and all of that. Well, whenever I want to roll out anything that requires that people pay, I like to look at it very well. Will they get value? They must get value. So, and you have to see the value you will get. So we will do that when we want to practicalize it. We'll talk about grants then. I have talked about equity. Equity, really, is for businesses that have large or huge cash flow. School business does not have that kind of huge cash flow, such that 2, 3, 4 people can put in money and expect to earn a part of your profit. So when I put money in your business, maybe I put 15 million. I put 15 million. I say for a certain amount of percentage of your profit or of your business. So that means I own a certain percentage of your business. I'm also a co-owner of your business. In that way, in that case, that means this business itself is making a lot of money. That money is equity. It's not a loan. If your business succeeds and does well, I will do well. I will earn from profit. But if the business fails, that is my loss. That is my risk. Again, schools are not that. You will agree with me that school business is not that. Many of us are doing it because it's our calling. It's a ministry. Success Class School, Badagry. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Mr. Alua Shegun Fumi Olakunle, you said well done. Thank you. Thank you also for joining. All right. So again, as I was saying, equity is not advice. It's not applicable really to schools. Well, there are big schools, very big schools, more or less mega business. There are already mega businesses. There are only few of them. I can count them. In Lagos, maybe you have like you can count such businesses that are very big. Usually, such businesses, they are already very big. They can be run with equity funds from their partners or from their shareholders. It's just like buying shares from a company, from this multinational, this company, and then you own part of the company. When the company announces profit, they say this is your dividend. Same thing with equity. But for equity, you are a co-owner of the business. You have invested this amount of money for certain shares, certain percentage of the business itself. If they are going to sell that business, you will get that same percentage of it. If they make profit, you get that percentage of it. If they fold up, your money goes. Proper child school, Oshobo, you're welcome. So that is equity. Of course, you agree with me, it's a type of funding. If you have people who can fund your school like that, who can put in money, for a percentage of your school, then you go for it. But you have to tidy up that school for. The school must already be a money spinner. If yours is a small school, I don't advise it. You shouldn't even be thinking about equity. Equity. Yeah. So let me, I'm just defining before I now zero in on the one I want to zero in on. Credit, which are loans. So now that one is the one that I will be majoring on, because loans or credit, you get them when you need them, at the snap of your finger. You get it when you need it. You don't need to beg anyone. You don't need to wait for. Just meet the requirements of the lender. You may say the requirements of the lenders are high. The requirements are stringent. Their requirements or their interest rates are high. Don't forget that interest rates is a function of the country's economy. So sometimes when we complain that the bank's interest rates are high, we forget that the banks are not operating in isolation. They are operating based on the policies of the country, based on the monetary policies, fiscal policies set up by the central bank, and also they are operating based on the cost of doing business in the country. So I'm not fronting for them, but they do not entirely own all the blame for having their interest rates high. Again, look, some of you complain that also that the banks, they require so much. Some of them require you to cut your hair and put it on the plate before they can give you the little amount of money they want to give you. Don't forget that most of these banks, they take a lot of risks. They give you money even when they know you don't have enough collateral. I know I'm speaking to a catchment of business owners whose businesses are not very mega like that. Maybe a few of us have very big schools, but many of us are operating averagely okay. Our schools are averagely okay. You're operating well. Your operating capital or the worth of your whole business is just a few tens of millions or something. And so when you see such lenders wanting to lend you money, they kind of lower on their they lower their requirements regarding collateral, just so they can make you access it. And so because they are lowering their requirement, they need to be sure that you can pay back. The most important factor that determines whether a lender is willing to lend you money is your cash flow. Now, that is not the only factor, but that's the most important one. They want to be sure that you have enough cash flow to pay back. If they ask you to give them collateral, they are not saying, give me collateral so I can auction your collateral or sell it. Their interest is not in selling your collateral. Their interest is in making sure that you have cash flow. Many of our schools are not run well. You don't have good cash flow, and then you want, you may say, well, it's because I don't have money to buy social things, to improve the school, to expand. That's why I don't have cash flow. We're going to address all of that issue. I'm open to questions at any point in time. Just type your questions here. As long as I see it, I will answer it. So I'm open to questions anytime. Let me see if I can post you what I'm reading from. Good. So this is our curriculum. If you are online, look at this curriculum for this series. I'm posting you that curriculum. So somehow I found a way of sending you material. So you may be asking, what's the material? That's the material. So that's the curriculum. That's what we're going to be following for this class. I just posted you the material. That's what I'm following. That's what was on my phone. So if I skip anyone, just let me know. I'm still defining the types of funding. Credit. Then the last one is cooperatives. Now the school owners forum is planning to set up a cooperative. We already have it. We started it in 2017. We paused. But we need to resume. In resuming, we need certain things. If you are interested, I'll let you know. I've been trying to see how what we have been brainstorming is how to kickstart this cooperative and make it nationwide. Because if we make it in Lagos alone, other people in other states will complain. So I want to see how we can start and make it nationwide. It will require that we'll be meeting virtually. Although, cooperatives are such that we have to see one another. All right. Queen Roy School, Barua, Ikpaja, Lagos. Thank you. You're welcome. So now I have defined all of the five types of funding that I am addressing in this series. Now that I've defined them, let me try to take them one after the other. Especially the ones I am interested in zooming in on. I'm interested in zooming in on credit and cooperatives. Credit is the surest, it's the quickest. May not be the easiest, but you get it. If you need a loan today, maybe today and maybe next week, you get it. Cooperative also, you need to be a member of a cooperative for a certain number of months before you can access funds. The good thing is both of them on the school owners forum here, I'm going to be walking us through. Are there now grants for schools? There are, mostly low-cost schools. If 500,000, 200,000 is okay, what you're looking for, fine, be looking for grants. But, I'm not looking for such. That's okay. That may be the level that you want. It's okay. Should you not engage in equity? Well, your school may be too small for that. Your business may not have that kind of cash flow that partners would want to just invest money and go and sleep. You know that the school does all the work. But the equity fund funding, the one funding you, will just put money and go and sleep. So you must not come back and say, well, you must run it, and then he or she must get returns. All right, so let's go to credit. Don't think we're going to finish this class today. We won't. I will introduce some things which I would like you to take action. Action matter. It's not just about hearing, but you need to take action. If you do not need funding, perhaps you won't be here. So if you need funding, I will be demystifying some of the things you think are otherwise hard. Some of the myth, some of the impression you have. Many people, you've not taken a loan from the bank for you. You've heard so many stories. They cut your neck, you will not have peace of mind. No. I'm not working for any bank. I'm not advertising a bank. I have bankers who have funded my business, by our own school, one way or the other. And not one, not two. I've tried this and that. I've seen their requirement, seen this one's requirement, and then I believe, this one will be good. I have an understanding with some of them. I have a relationship with some of them. I'll be bringing them. right from the next class, I'll be bringing them. They will tell us what they have, tell us the package they have, and when they see that we have a good number that we are recommending to them, they even come lower on those, whether it be interest rates, requisites for the loan, or repayment schedules. So now, how to get cheap? I'm moving on. You know, I posted you my curriculum. If you are just joining, scroll up, you see it. Jude Zenwo, thank you for joining. Peter Triumphant, thank you for joining. And well done for what you are doing in the education circle too. God bless you. All right. So let me continue to how to get cheap loans. Let me first of all demystify what this impression or perception that people have about loans. Some people say when you get loans, you are shortening your lifespan. Some people even say the Bible says the Bible is against it. Well, I'm a preacher, I'm a pastor, but I'm not operating as a pastor here. I'm operating here as a business coach, or if you like, an entrepreneur. I have seen it all, I've heard it all. The thing is, if you look at how the economy is designed to run both on credit and on physical cash. See, without credit, there will be no economy. This economy that we are all operating inside, without credit, there will be no. So understand that without credit, there will be no economy. There will be no economy. There's a particular scripture like that where a prophet, I think is Elijah, told the widow to go and borrow buckets. He said, what do you have? You must say, I don't have anything. Go and borrow buckets. I think it was when there was this oil. He said, go and borrow buckets. Keep pouring that oil until. So when the woman, well, if you are borrowing to expand capacity, excuse me, there's no. What matter is for you to check what you have before you go borrow. Let me tell you point blank. Please disabuse all this. Remove that mentality that loans are not are devilish, or that when you take a loan you will not have. Why would you not have peace of mind? Is it compulsory? No. Should you go for it when you are not eligible? No. But if you want to expand your business, if you want to move from point A to point B, if you want to move from this level to another level, you need somebody to pump in money to you. You need money inside your business that your business does not work for. You cannot grow a business on just income or sales, or the sales from your product or from your services. You need someone to bring in money, and the money is available. The money is available in the economy. I do not know why we will be running away from what has been made available. All of the monies you save in the banks, what do you think it's for? Why do you think banks are your slaves? Why do you think they will keep helping you save money? Do you know what it costs you when you don't save? Do you know that when you don't save money, the money finishes faster than when you save it? Look at that advantage that the banks are rendering. You think it's for free? They need your money so they can lend it to other people like you at an interest rate. So here you are sitting there and say, I don't want. Well, you know what? I need it. I will negotiate the terms. I show them what I have. You see, getting a loan from a bank is like a man proposing to a woman for marriage. You walk up to her and say, you know what? I'm going to take care of you. I have this, I have that. The same way, you can write letters. You can mail banks. You can write. I have done it several times. I have written mails to banks. I say, you know what, bank? My name is this. This is my social profile. Check me here and here. This is the profile of my business. This is my account statement. This is how I've been operating the last few months or years. And I need this amount of, this is what I have. I'm proposing this. I give all the everything I have, all the parameters, all the statistics, and I say, I will be glad to hear a response from you. They write back. You see, it's like a proposal. You are proposing that, look here, I have value. I contribute to the economy. I create employment. This is my cash flow. I'm accountable. I'm not a defaulter. I do not, everyone has a credit score. Some of us go ahead taking loans from whatever you give me, I will pay back. See, if you are a business owner on this platform and you are not a school owner, what I'm teaching now will still work for you. The only difference is that yours is a school. I have an audience that is largely school owners on this platform and on many other platforms. But even if what you have is a business and it's not school, what I'm going to teach right now will work for you. The connections I will begin to share will work for you. The links I will connect you with will work for you. Because the processes are the same. Everywhere they are the same. Triumphant Academy in Agbado Ijaye. Thank you very much. So yeah, you can help me repost. You can help me repost and reshare the material, the curriculum. Let me share it again. No teacher teaches well without a note. So this is my note. In case you are not able to finish this class, you can work on this. You can work on taking those items one by one and fulfilling the conditions there. This class is meant to be 1 hour. If you permit me and you hang around much longer, I can do 1.5 hours. Because I want to pump out as much as possible, as much as I can in this little time. Kolade David Odibe, thank you very much. How is the music school? All right, welcome. Okay, so how to get cheap business loans? Number 1, get your documentations right. Now I'm getting deeper. Get your documentations right. You know, I've talked about cash flow. I'm just talking off the notes. Follow my notes, and I'll be going line by line, point by point. Get your documentations right. What are the documentations you need for any lender to consider you eligible for their funds? I want us to appreciate these lenders. You see, sometimes you maybe they are lifesavers. Someone got money. You know, some of these lenders also borrowed the money they are lending you. And I like you to understand that. Appreciate the fact that you have people in this economy who still have the heart to lend money, to give you credit. You may say, well, at what interest rate? Why not appreciate what they are brought for before you begin to criticize or castigate the conditions? I told you that their conditions are a function of the economy. Their conditions are a function of what is available from the agencies that are regulating them too. They are regulatory agencies. How much they charge for what they are lending you is a function of the cost of doing business. You cannot say that when fuel was maybe 100 naira and now fuel is like 600 to 1,000 naira, and so you think that will they also do business? They will do business. So first of all, let us appreciate the fact that there are even still lenders in this economy. Then let me walk you through some of the documentations required by these lenders of you. So documentation number 1 is the proof that yours is a business that is registered. Did you hear that? Because many of us are running business, we are making millions and we have not registered the business. What a good country we are. I love this country. I love my country, Nigeria. If you are watching from outside Nigeria, some things I will be saying may not work for you. So you have to tailor it. I know we have audience all around. So you have to tailor what I'm saying to channel it to work for. You remove the one that is not that doesn't concern you. Documentation number 1. What is the proof that yours is a business? A business in the eyes of the law is any entity that is registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. In the eyes of the law, well, may not be the same definition dictionary. You can do business. You can business as long as you are buying and selling, you are doing business. But you are not registered. You are not licensed to do it. You are not paying tax. And so in the eyes of the law of the land, you are not a business yet. You are contributing to the GDP of the country, of the nation. But how do we measure it? Most times, most of these businesses, when they are not registered, there's no way the Bureau of Statistics or the government itself can factor in the contribution of your business to the GDP of the country because there's no record. So what is the proof that is required? That you are registered, that your business is registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. So if you are a school, the minimum that is required is it not the limited, what we call limited liability company. If you have not done that, if your school does not have a CAC registration, I'd like you to drop me your phone number right now, or you take mine, because that is the first thing you should do. So now, again, I'm dropping on this chat. Of course, my phone number is not hidden. Everybody knows it on Facebook. It's a public number. So that's my phone number. You have that phone number will connect you with WhatsApp and Telegram. Let us start that. Because see, if you do not start that, there's no point continuing this class. There's no point finding out how to, I will not give you money when I don't have any proof that your business is registered, is recognized by the country, by the laws of the land. So CAC registration is the first thing you will get. You need CAC registration, or you haven't done one, please chat me right now on Facebook or on WhatsApp, or drop your contact, and then we'll get you that. Now, listen to me. You don't have to do it from me. You don't have to give it to school owners form to do for you. Just find a way and do it anyway. Just make sure you have that certificate. My business is registered as a school with the Corporate Affairs Commission. When I teach and I say, I find it very funny that school owners are running their schools without a corporate account. So you are still collecting money inside savings account. Your parents are paying you because they love you, they trust you. A lender does not love you. Lenders are doing business. It's not out of love. Don't forget that the lender is in business. No matter how passionate they are, but they will say, when you watch their PR things and they say, well, we love education. There's no love. Business is not about love. It's about value. You may say you love the parents and you love the children. Excuse me. If you love them that much, why are you charging school fees? You are charging school fee so that you can sustain the love. Everything needs funding. Yeah, you need funding. I'm telling you. You need money. When you see that money, you will smile. Maybe you have been operating just subsistently. I don't like subsistent business. You might start small. It's okay to start small, but it's not okay to continue small. You can't continue to be small. Please share this video right now. Let me just give you 2 minutes to share. Now, you are still joining the class, but you are not telling me where you are joining from. And you are not sharing this video. You are not liking, you are not dropping any comment. The more you do this engagement, the more it will spread. The more others will see it. I'm still on point number 1 on how to get cheap loans. Point number 1, get your documentation right. And the very first documentation is CAC registration. Do you have it? Yes, fine. We can proceed to the next one. You don't have it, please don't proceed. Drop me a chat. Send me a message. Give me a call. Not now, because I won't pick your call right now. Just connect, and we will get you that CAC registration in 10 days. In 10 days. Now, the next point in getting your documentation, what are the documentation? The second documentation is proof that your school is approved by the Ministry of Education. You see, this one is where many school owners, you need a proof that your business, your school is approved. Before the government approves your school, they come to check the school and all that. But some people will be saying, Mr. Deniji, but my school is not government approved yet. You should at least start the process. In Lagos, there's something they call name search. In Lagos, there's something they call name search. That is the commencement of the approval process. You get that? That is the commencement of the approval process. The commencement of the approval process is what we call name search. So the name search is like a proof that the Ministry of Education has either approved your school to start running, or at least they have commenced the process. Many of these lenders they understand that the process of getting school approval takes a while. And so what they say is that, look here, even if your school is not yet government approved, as it were, what about the proof that you have commenced the process? What of the certificate of name search that your name has been searched and approved that, okay, fine, let's begin? What is the proof that you have commenced the approval process? So is there proof that you have commenced the approval process? Don't forget that I'm talking about getting your documentations right. Documentation number 1, CAC registration.
And if you are already having a sales registration, we will still proceed to tax and all of that, but not now. Let's take it step by step. You know, I have dealt with these lenders. I have taken money, I've taken loans from them. Don't, I will not deceive you. I've worked with them. I know all their requirements when it comes to school owners or school business. I know what they ask. And you see, there may be slight variations between one bank and the other, but that variation is not much. So if you can get your documentations right, you have begun on the right track. Documentation number 1, CAC registration. Documentation number 2, proof of school registration, school approval by the Ministry of Education. And even if your school has not yet been completely approved, let there be proof that you have commenced the process. In Lagos, I don't know what it is called in other states, but in Lagos they call it name search. Walk into the secretariat at the government secretariat at Ikeja, and then you will get that name search. And it means you have commenced the approval process. Documentation number 2 is what I will flow into now, into point number 2. Get your corporate accounts right. Don't open a current account with your name. Open a corporate account with the name approved by the Ministry of, by the CAC. Kings and Queens Redeemite Academy. Thank you for Motion State. Thank you for joining in. So, get your corporate accounts right. Go to the bank. Go to SME-friendly banks. And when I say SME-friendly banks, I will not mention the names of banks here. So, it won't be like I was not paying for advert, but I know SME-friendly banks. If you want to know what SME-friendly banks are, you can chat me later, or chat me on WhatsApp, or you can continue next week. Because next week, the class continues. At a point, I will ask you to pay for this class. At a point, I'll ask you to enroll for something or the other. So me, I'll tell you the truth from the beginning. But for now, it is free. Enjoy the free one while it lasts here. At a point, you will pay. And I know you will pay. Money is not your problem. What you want to be sure of is that you get value. So get your corporate account right. Go to the bank. Go see. Take the pains. Some of us do not even have our BVNs and NINs linked. See, all these things. I wonder why. I understand. We are in the digital age. Most of these things are digital now. And most of we school owners are not digitally as savvy like that. You need to go through this. Go to the bank. Get an account officer. Tell them you are in school. You want to open a current account. Don't go to just any bank. There are some banks that give you loans faster than others. A particular bank, they told me point blank, we don't give loans to schools. They told me point blank, we don't give credit to schools. Please go. I'm sure that it is not absolutely true. If they see a bigger school with bigger posts, they will give them. So when they tell you they don't give, it's because they feel that your business is too small for them. They are too big. So there's nothing. If I was, maybe my school is the biggest in Lagos and I go there, the same bank that told me that they are not going to give me, they will give me because they see that I'm bringing big money. So there are certain banks that are not SMEs friendly. When your business is small, especially school, they say they don't give. But certain banks, they will give you. Go and open a corporate account with them. Usually you would have to run that account for 3 or 6 months. Yes. You will have to run that account for 3 or 6 months. You will have to transact in the account. It's not about just opening the account and leaving it dormant. You have to make parents pay school fees. You don't understand. I will tell you the reason. There's something they call credit and debit. There's something they call statement of account. Your statement of account must read certain amount of credit for them to see you eligible or worthy for a certain amount of money that you are asking for. Do you get my point? Let me take that again. Your statement of account in those banks must read certain amount of credit before they see you eligible for a certain amount of money. For example, if you need 5 million naira for a bank, and they check your statement of account, and your statement of account has not done 5 million naira in 6 months. As a matter of fact, your statement of account must have done double or triple of that amount you're asking for within the tenure that you are saying you will pay back. You get the point? If I need a loan of 2 million naira in a bank, and my statement of account in that bank in the last 6 months has not read 2 million, they won't give me. Matter of fact, my statement of account should have read maybe 4 million, something bigger. It's a proof that I have cash flow slow. And that's the next thing I'm going to. Is that the next thing? Yes, number 3. I don't want to move too fast. You know that the slower I can go, the slower I go, the more followers I will get. But I will not waste your time. I will not waste your time. Are you following me step by step? Get your documentations right. Did you see my material? If you have not seen my material, let me post my material again. My material for this class, the handout. The handout. Let me put my phone number there so that they know it's from me. My handout. So let me put my handout here. If you have not seen the handout, please, I want you to do something for me. You know this class is free. Share it. Tell others. So that's how to encourage me. Share it. Share it far and wide. Get your documentations right. What are the documentations needed for you to get a loan from a bank? CAC registration, and it has to be limited. Some of us say, yes, I have a business name. The one they call sole proprietorship. No. That will not work. That will not fly. CAC registration, minimum of a limited liability company. If you need that, we'll get that for you in 10 days. The second documentation you should get right is the proof that your school is registered by the Ministry of Education in your state. And if your school is not yet approved by the Ministry of Education, MOE, in your state, at least there should be proof that you have begun the process, which is what? The name search in Lagos. I don't know what it's called in other states. And then I flow number 2 into what? Getting your corporate accounts right. So walk into an SME-friendly bank. Demand to open a corporate account in the name of the school. Let the name approve. Register the registered name, the approved name by the CAC will still be the corporate name on the corporate account name. So when you have that, transact with that bank for 3-6 months. Make sure all your proceeds are entering there. As a matter of fact, you can even deposit money, any money, because see, the higher the statement, the higher the amount of credit on the statement of account, the higher the amount you are eligible to borrow. I'm not saying you should deceive anyone, but at least make sure the school fees you are earning, all of your revenue under that your name, whatever business, let it come into the bank. I want us to stop this attitude of collecting cash and spending cash before they get to the bank. Stop this attitude of some people send money to your savings account. See, you see, some of us will collect money in our savings account. We do not transfer it to the corporate account, knowing fully well that money is for the business. There's something they call financial stewardship, financial sense, financial education. So you are not making a lot of money, not because you are not working out, but you don't know, you are not to understand financial tricks and hacks. Those are what I'm teaching you. Collect money, any money into the corporate account. Because when you go to a lender to collect money, to borrow money, they will look at listen to this. I'm not saying that you have to bank with all the banks that want to lend you money. These banks don't even care that you are banking with them already. But they want to see that you have a corporate account running in a certain bank, and that you are transacting, and that you have enough credit, much more than the amount you are asking them to give you. It's a proof that you have cash flow. And that brings me to point number 3, cash flow. Point number 3 is get your cash flow right via my school growth masterclass. So now, let's talk. Let's talk. Why should you go out looking for someone to fund you when your business does not show any proof that it will survive? You cannot be seeking funding from a business that is struggling to find its feet with the little fund it has. Let me tell you something. A lender will be happier to lend money to a school that has 200 students than one that has 10 students. Because it's a game of numbers. Business is a game of numbers. Anything can happen. The lender calculates the risks. There's something we call risk management. They calculate the risks. They calculate what it will require for your business to fold up and see if it will happen. For example, during the pandemic. The pandemic came, it was a threat. Many schools folded up. But those who were really standing didn't fold up. What am I trying to say? The lender does not want to lose the principal amount advanced to you. And so they think about what are the potholes, what are the factors that may militate against this business. You know, they call something SWOT analysis. Strength, weakness, opportunities and threats. What are the threats to this business? They look at your business. You have 20 students. Another person has 200 students. You have 10 students. Another person has 100 students. No matter what the case is, the man who has 200 students will have the ability to take the shock better than one who has 10 students. If you have 10 students and they say you have been operating for 2 years, why are you not growing? Or they look at your school fee. They see that your school fee is not commensurate with the kind of credit you are asking to receive. They look at your cash flow. They will total your school fee. Your turnover. Thank you, your turnover. What's the total? What's your turnover? Thank you, Madam Bodupe, for that word. So you must prove that your business is viable. How viable is your business? You know, this viability of school business is what me I've been teaching for the past 6 or 7 years. Well, it's so much so that I've written a whole library of books, of 6 books on this. You know these books. This is the 4-legged school growth strategy. You know these books. This is Tribe. I think this is Tribe. You know this one. You know this wonderful book. You know how to unlock your income potential. I'm not here to sell books. I've sold and sold and sold and sold. But you cannot remove this one from getting credit. So if your business is struggling, why not embark on an exercise to pull it out of struggle? I will teach you how to populate your school. I will teach you how to receive. There are several things we have taught. Not that I will. I have. And so that's the point I'm going. Cash flow. You must present proof of cash flow. Get your cash flow right. What is your sales? How much is your school fee? Even how much are you making? How are you collecting the money? Some of us will not even need loans or credit or grant. You won't need it if you are able to collect your money in bulk. The reason you are looking for this loan or grant or fund is because the little amount that you should get from your parents is not coming in, it's coming in trickles. You know, the other day, 2 days ago, I reminded my parents that come January, no student or no pupil will be allowed into school without evidence of payment of school fee. They said, why? I said, because this term, which is first term, every school have increased their school fees, but I told you I will not increase school fees. We told them we will not increase school fees because we don't want them to be strange. So for not increasing school fee, by next term, please, I said there is a long time now between now and January. Now is when you should start looking for school fees. Do not bring your children into school and begin to beg. If you begin to beg me that okay, money will come next week, how will I pay the backlog of salaries I have? Excuse me. Without you, so I just told them. You see, I would not have been able to say that if I had not done some things in the past. A lot of us are like in a bondage. You cannot charge what you want. You cannot collect your school fees when you should collect. You cannot stop them from. See, because there are certain things, foundations you have not laid. So now, you need to get your cash flow right. I will be announcing a master class. That master class is just 5 weeks. It will help you in case you have gone through. It's like maybe a refresher course. That master class is not a requisite for me to connect you with. Also in this series, I will connect you with the banks. I will bring certain bankers here whom I have had a relationship with, who I have also tried to negotiate certain terms, lower terms with, to just, because we have the numbers, let's see how we can work together. But I cannot vouch for you when I know that your school is struggling. You will not be able to pay back. The lender wants to be sure that you can pay back. And your turnover Your cash flow will determine that. So if you sincerely know that you have a challenge with population, you sincerely know that you have a challenge with administration, with running your school, please sincerely request. Because I will not, you see, sincerely request for these books. And again, if you are thinking the books are cheap, they are not. My books are the most expensive I've ever seen in recent times. Each book goes for 30,000 naira. Now, as of today, the cost of each of my books is 30,000. Well, I have not bought any book. For me, I have not bought any book as expensive as that. And the reason for the cost, don't look at the cost. Look at it. So if you are buying 6 of the books now, maybe that is 180,000. Whether it is hard copy or soft copy, it is the same amount. So that's the cost of the book as of today. If you are watching this stream maybe 2 years from now, don't think this price I quoted is the same price. As of today, the price of each of the books, which is the mother of them all, the 4-legged school strategy, and that includes shipping. The price of each of the books as of today is 30,000. So if you are buying the 5 of them or 6 of them, there will be a discount. And that is if you chat me today. Now, I want you to know that the purpose of having this masterclass is not to sell books, but there's no how I will not talk about it, because the only way I can vouch for you that what you will be able to pay back whatever credit you receive is when I know that your business is not struggling. Please, you cannot be struggling with population and all that, and you think when you get a credit you pay back. No, you won't. You will default, and that is why the banks are always skeptical when they want to advance credit to educational institutions, especially small or medium-sized schools that we have largely on this platform. So that's how much is the masterclass. Well, I'll share it later, but that is the masterclass which I'm going to be teaching live like this. It will be live. It will be also like a mentoring session that I'll be teaching. After the class, you can ask me. I can also post it in the course of the class here. So let's now go to number 4. What's the time? I have like, should I end the class by 11? I don't know. If you want me to proceed to 11:30, I will. Connect with the right banks. Yes, that is point number 4. Again, have you seen my notes? Let me share my note once again, in case you want to, okay. Let me share my note once again so that you see it. That's my note. Follow me. You can also share it. Share the stream. 694621. You know, if you're not in Nigeria, you know what to add. You should add 234 and all that. Connect with the right banks. Now you see, in this stream, one of the reasons why you will enjoy this series, I will show you banks with friendly education packages, friendly with their requirements, that is requisite for you to get the loans, and then friendly with there are 3 things you look out for. There are 3 things you look out for when settling for who you want to lend or borrow from. There are 3 things to look out for. Number 1, you look out for their requirements. The requirements, most of them will tell you, you must have a CS registration, you should have proof that your business is approved by the Ministry of Education, that is at least a name search. Then they will tell you this, your bank statement and all of that. You must check out their requirements, look at their interest rates, but most importantly, look at their repayment schedule. Some of them will want to repay in such a way that you cannot survive. Some of them will, let me tell you something. SME friendly banks, they like to lend money to those who can pay monthly. Because they are smaller banks. Some of them are not very big banks. You have commercial banks, you have microfinance banks. So I'm going to be showing you both. I'll be showing you commercial banks, I'll be showing you also, okay, somebody has told me to proceed to 11:30. Theodora Ora, madam. Thank you. All right, I will proceed. So let me now show you, as I was saying, What are those SME-friendly banks? It is all right for me to mention the names of banks on this platform. So it won't be, because the ones I don't mention their names, so they don't go and tell me that, well, this is also a message to the banks. If you want me to show, if you want me to connect my people, all of the 53,000 members on this Owners Forum, you want me to connect them to you, better come and talk to me now. Come and show me, I'm talking to the banks now in case they are watching this. Come and show me the packages you have. Show me your interest rates. I can help you work out hundreds of schools. Yes, even thousands. And we will come en masse. And that's good business for you. So in case you are a bank or a representative of a bank, here, just talk to me. So, but I have some of them already. So, what are those banks that are SME friendly? I won't mention their names, but there are two kinds of banks that are going to be helping us. Commercial banks and microfinance banks. Of all the microfinance banks, there are like 3 of them. Oh, those 3 of them, they have beautiful educational packages. Some of them are even education banks. They have good repayment rates, repayment schedules. They have good interest rates. Some of them have their interest rates on a reducing balance. They tell you, we're going to begin, maybe we'll begin with 3%, and then it will be on a reducing 3% monthly or maybe termly, but on reducing balance. Those are things you should watch out for. Try to understand the interest rate. Then at the end of the day, look at the difference, the exact amount of money they are charging as interest. I will introduce you to some of them. Maybe for those who will join my masterclass, maybe not. Tell us the banks. I can't mention the names of banks here. Okay, it's Deming British Academy. You know it's all right for me to be mentioning the names of those banks here. I don't want to defame anyone, because for me to mention good banks, I will also mention the other one. I don't want anyone to come and tell me that, but I'm giving them a chance. I'm giving the banks a chance. Let's just wait till next week. I'm giving the banks a chance to tell me their requirements. So I'm going to get the requirements in this. So come again next week. By next week, I will do a compilation, a list of what the banks have told me, the requirements they have, the repayment schedule, and the education packages they have. So those ones who reach out to me, of course I already have some of them, those ones who reach out to me, between now and next week, I will, thank you, it's not ethical. So those ones who reach out to me, I will tell you about them next week. I don't want you to miss this class. I'm taking a lot of pains to take this. See, let me tell you something. I excuse myself from this live stream of every Saturday for a while, And the reason is that this year we had a project, we embarked on a project of starting schools for school owners. And again, that's another one. In case you are here and you are planning to start a school, don't go and do it alone. Excuse me. Don't start a school when you are not an expert. I can help you. And I'm not boasting, by the grace of God. I'm not boasting, If you don't come to me, go to someone else. Don't go and start a school when you don't know anything about it. Get a coach. Get a consultant, one who knows. One who has seen me. By the grace of God, I have seen the ins and outs. So, in case you are planning to start a school by next year, I hope you can start a school by January too. Let me know. We'll work out the rates, the charges and all of that. We will help you. Someone says, please don't forget my lecturer. Don't get my lecturer in trouble. Thank you, ma. I'll be smart enough to stay out of trouble. But for next week, I know some banks have reached out to me. I will also reach out to some of the banks. So those ones who send me, who show me their requirements and everything, I will tell you about them. And I will not talk about the rest. Yeah. All right. So if you are planning to start in school, let me know. Someone says, are we permitted to share this video? Why not? Share the video. Matter of fact, share it 1,000 times. You don't share it once. Share it 1,001 times. Replay it when you get home. In case you are a member of any other association, any other school association, replay this video, copy it, download, send it to them. Replay the video as many times as possible. Let them watch because they need it. I mean business. By the time we are done, this series will take us maybe 10 weeks. By the time we are done, I will show you testimonies of those who are attending now, who have been able to secure their own funding at good rates from the banks that I show you. I hope you just you also do well to enroll for whatever class I announced. I'm going to announce the master class. There is a master class I talked about where I will teach you how to package your business and so that you have good cash flow, so that your business will not be struggling. It's how can you pay back when you don't have sales? It's not about money. It's not the only thing that will make you have sales. What are the strategies? That masterclass is very cheap. As of today, as of this morning, the masterclass is for 5 weeks and it costs only 50,000 naira. 50. And you'll be surprised. This same masterclass, I sold it last year for 300,000. Yes, I sold it last year and it will go back to 300,000 by January. This masterclass, what I'm not going to be teaching there, I'm going to be teaching you how. See, I don't miss words. I wrote a book, a 300-page material on how to populate your school. That was 2 years ago. In the last 2 years, I have newer revelations. The masterclass will cost 50,000 naira. As of today, if you are watching this class outside today, which is the 2nd of December 2023, it is not going to be that price. But between now and the end of the year, those who will enroll for this masterclass will be allowed to pay 50,000 naira. The masterclass will teach you how to create good cash flow. You see, I will teach you everything I wrote here, how to unlock your school's income potentials. If you enroll for this master, well, I'm giving you options, choices. You can decide to buy my book. The book is 30,000 per book. I have 5 of them or 6 of them. You can decide to enroll for my masterclass, or you can get both. What you will get from the masterclass is even for the books. Some people love reading, some people love hearing. I have a promo going on. The masterclass costs 300,000 as a last. I sold it 300,000 before this class. So 50,000 I'm doing now and the end of the year. By January, I will not even talk about it anymore because I will not have time. I won't even have time to take the class. Now, this December, because the school is on break, I will soon be on break. I will also be on break. So I have 4 weekends to take the master class. After that 4 weekends, we revert back. So the master class will cost 50,000 naira, and I'll be teaching you my point number 3 because you need it. And for those who attend the master class, I will also be able to recommend you when the bank needs it, because not recommending you doesn't mean I'm your guarantor. It simply means I know you and I have taught you, I have a relationship with you, and then the bank may put that into consideration. Banks may put that into consideration. Again, I'm not a bank. We don't have a bank yet. What we have is a school owners forum, a training platform. What we have is a platform that teaches you how to get funding for your school. Now, after you have connected with the banks, I'm going to another point now, point number 5. After you have connected with the banks, the next thing you need to do is to set up another stream of income. Set up another stream of income. Now, let me tell you something. If you had another stream of income that was generating money better than the school or more than the school, would you need funding from anyone? Why you need funding is because you need money externally. Money apart from the one generated by school to boost your chances, to boost your operations. The same way, if you want, what I'm talking about here is how to get cheap loans. I'm not just teaching you how to get cheap loans. I'm actually teaching you how to pay back. I'm teaching you how it will be easy for you. I don't want you to be in trouble. I don't want a situation whereby you get a loan and banks are running after you. I want to demystify all of the myths that people say that loans are hard and all of that. So please give me a moment. My daughter is here. All right. Okay. Any problem? They'll soon go. Don't worry. I'll be through very soon. Don't worry, their mom stepped out. All right, so I'm not just teaching you how to get the cheap loans. I'm teaching you how to pay back, how to have a healthy business. And one of the things I'm going to show you, I'm showing you secrets. I'm showing you the things I had to go through to make it easy for me. See, in the last 1 year, I had to bury my head, me and my wife, somewhere. We will try to work out, or we actually worked out another stream of income that will generate money in a scale. Of course, you know, this SOF is one. What I'm talking to you now is one. But you need another stream of income. Because when you don't have another stream of income, you still stand a risk of defaulting if someone advances you credit. What if all of a sudden your sales drop a term after you received the credit? Where will you fall back on? So if you have another stream of income, you are sure. And when you show this other stream of income also to the bank, they have a better guarantee. They trust you that, okay, if we don't get back our money from the school, we will get back our money from this his other business. I'm showing you something. Oh, I don't know. Me, I like everything to be free. But something about, if you say everything is free, some people will still not value it. That's why I will open some other secrets in the masterclass. Especially vivid details of how I went through the stream of income I was able to set up as a school owner. You know, it was this January we set up like 3 schools in Lekki. And that's why it took all of my time. I wasn't available to do trainings. But right now, we thank God. All of them are standing. And, you know, some people said, you can't start. We started the school January. And schools are running fine. 3 schools in January. January of this year. I will take you through the exact stream of income because we did some research. You don't need to wait for me. If you have a business that you have done before, maybe you paused it, go and revive it. Because one of the requisites for getting good credit from banks is when the bank has an assurance that you have enough cash flow to pay back. You have what it takes to pay back. So when they look at your school, something the banks always ask me. They say, okay, Mr. Deji, when your school is on holiday, how do you fulfill your repayment? I said, well, repayment should be timely. Some of them will tell you, we cannot give you timely repayment. We'll give you monthly. As a matter of fact, if they know that you can pay back monthly, you will have more offers, bigger offers for more of them. So we have to go and see, school business is timely. You get money every 4 months. Most times before the end of the month, you have finished spending the one you got. If you have another stream of income that generates money, and money can be available, maybe daily or monthly, you see, you are going to get the ears of the lender. The lender can even give you the money at a cheaper interest. Why? Because they have an assurance that apart from the school, he has this other one to fall back on. See, business in Nigeria is the definition of instability. There's a lot of instability. And you know this is, may God help us. May God, we just have to do the business. We just have to. We can't run away. We are not going, even if we travel and we will come back. This is our hope. If everybody goes, if everybody becomes an employee, who will be the employer? I'm talking to employers. I want you to know that you are doing the right thing. You are doing what is best for our economy. We need more entrepreneurs. We need more business owners. We need more business owners. We need more employers. Look at how many people are being paid monthly from your enterprise. So, listen to me. I'm advising you. Think about another business. Think about a business that will generate money and will make that money will be available every time. Not just timely, but monthly or even daily or weekly. These are the things I found out. And then I went through, by the grace of me and my wife, we were able to set up another business, 1 or 2 of them, that sustain when school is not making money. It's not easy. But those are the things I want to share with you in this stream, in this series. Please, when I ask you to join the masterclass, don't hesitate. Well, you may say money. I know the people I'm talking to. I know that I'm talking to those who are ready to pay for value when you see them. Don't forget the masterclass where I will be teaching you all of this other. The things I can't teach for free, I will teach in the master class. And the master class course, it costs 300,000. But for the purpose of this series, we are slashing it to 50,000. As of today, if you are watching this stream, maybe next time, please, that's not the price. Don't come and ask me that you said that by next year, it will revert back to 300. 50,000 is maybe $50. How much is $50? 300,000 is just $300. How much is that? So, don't mind me. It's money. It's money. All right. So I go ahead. I have talked about setting up another stream of income. You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching you how to get cheap loans. In other words, I'm teaching you how to qualify, how to appear eligible. You may say, well, why do we have to go through all of this? I started by telling you that if you have the money to grow your business, will you be looking for? Why not let us appreciate the lender first? And let us stop, let's demystify this, let's remove that myth from our minds that loans kill. They don't kill, they help. The economy runs on credit. Nigeria economy runs on credit. The biggest business owners, in short, the richest people in Nigeria are the biggest borrowers. Have you heard that? Do you hear that? The richest people in Nigeria are the biggest borrowers. So if you like, sit down there. All of the money you are depositing in the banks, they are doing something. If you don't have what it takes, please don't go for it. But with the help of this series I'm taking you through, we'll be able to get it right. And don't forget, loan is not the only way to get funding. It's not the only form of funding, not just loan. I only zeroed in on loans for today. Now, the number 6 point. I'm following this my scheme. Get your collateral right. See, there are certain amounts of money you can't get without collateral. The good thing about these SME friendly banks, both commercial and micro